Well, we're back at another Discord episode. Man, it's been a while since Make New Friends but Keep Discord, and well, I didn't sort of like the episode. I was worried about how this one would turn out just from reading the description of it, but it turned out a little better than I thought. So, here is What About Discord. Let's take a look.
Look at my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
Greetings, every people. This is your Cult of Personality, Toon Critic's name, and Toon's the name of my game. You are also probably wondering about the snazzy new intro. Well, that's thanks to Crowne Prince, which is what I'm going to be permanently using now for everything. So, what about Discord? This was a bit of an interesting episode. It has Twilight going to spend the weekend by herself, just organizing books, and then when she returns 3 days later, she finds out that all of her friends think Discord is the funniest thing ever. And when those jokes are revealed, it's dad levels of bad. It's pun upon pun, if you will, and I actually kind of find that funny. The way that I see it, if you're going to do puns in an episode, make sure you do it right, because it's really hard to do puns right without annoying the heck out of everybody. Hang on, I gotta look through my notes. I'm trying to remember. Oh. Somebody new. Okay. Neil...
Deucid? Okay, that's new. New writer. Well, the new writer, I think, did good for this episode. Here we go. So, Discord plays probably the biggest part of this episode. He plays the old kooky uncle pun master. You know that uncle you have that just comes up with all these really crappy puns, but you can't help but laugh at some of them, he's old, he comes up with these jokes. Like, they were funnier back in his time, but they do work now, and it is interesting to see how that all progresses. It's interesting to see how Twilight just watches all of her friends find these jokes actually funny. And I think it makes more sense when he says, oh, you had to be there to, enjoy it. But that'll tie in with a point later. I love the references that Discord did in this. I liked the ones I think that Pinkie Pie threw in as well when it came to the time travel stuff. Discord Bob Ross, that's a thing now. That's pretty cool. I also like the fact that Zecora got brought back. Yeah, Zecora exists, guys. Why don't you use her a little bit more often? But it's good to see Twilight goes back and they have that sort of connection thing. So, the one thing that I didn't like about this episode, I have 3 words for Twilight. Get a life. Because Twilight seems to think that the most exciting thing in the world is organizing books and taking them down and spending 3 days doing that with 20,000 books. Is it just me, or does Twilight maybe have a form of Asperger's? Or maybe some kind of form of OCD? Either OCD or Asperger's, but I'm leaning toward Asperger's personally. Because it seems to me that Twilight doesn't really enjoy... what's the word I'm looking for? She doesn't really seem to enjoy hanging out with her friends all the time. She seems to be very introverted, and her idea of fun is this, which is, like, organizing stuff. And I know how that is. I used to take all my Lego sets and just build them and then take them apart. That used to drive my parents mad. But... The main moral of this that Discord tried to nail in is that you can't always be there. You can be doing your own thing. You can be, you can have your own schedule. Your friends can do your own stuff. It's okay to be a little bit jealous if they have, like, a thing. Like, let's say, to put it in brony terms, let's say all your friends go to a convention and they come back and they have these awesome stories and you wish you were there, but you couldn't have been. So it's sort of like that. But I think the real moral of this is Twilight needs to get a life and needs to realize that organizing books and doing all this bookly stuff is
probably not the best way to do this. Introverted personalities mixed with extroverted personalities, those are a little hard to do, and Fluttershy has the same thing. So, but I guess it has to be the case because then that creates the chemistry and the dynamic between all the main six to begin with. And Twilight acted a little crazy in this episode. She was almost to Lesson 0 levels, and I think that would have been funny had they gone back to that. But overall, though, I did like this episode. I wish they had done a different moral, or at least a different version of what they were trying to say here. But Discord played the role of, haha, look, I did a thing. I trolled all of you, and guess what? You did learn something out of it, didn't you? It's just like, why do you do this, Discord? But still, it was a good episode. So, with that being said, before I guess I end this, you guys probably saw the announcements. Yes, I am going to Ciderfest, officially announced. I'm waiting for the schedule to come up to do a full video on that because I got a lot of cool stuff for that. And Pacific PonyCon officially announced me. That is also going to be fun. And I'm waiting to hear back from PonyCon NYC, and then Windy City, and then BronyCon. So, those are the days. Excuse me. I still did just wake up. I'm still trying to wake up. But I got a few laughs out of this episode, so that was good. Anyway, those are my thoughts on today's episode. I hope you enjoyed them. Like, comment, subscribe, Twitter, Patreon, all that good stuff. With that being said, I am the Toon Critic, keeping you totally tuned for your entertainment. Have a good rest of the day, and stay awesome.